We are breaking 7 days a week on the Real Sports Cards app, available on the Google Play and Apple App Store. We've been breaking since 2016 and offer a variety of breaks, including pick your teams and pick your players, random teams and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earned rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from breaks. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walk through. All you need to do is fill out the form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions from breaks include a review and a wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged for anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process, where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards that you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And again, we will handle everything from there. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services can now be found as buttons in the description of every break. In case you haven't heard, we now offer direct in-app support for anything you might need from us. Whether you've got a question about a specific break, about shipping, about sending cards to PSA or eBay consignment, or anything else that you might need, this is the place to do it. There are a couple of different ways to get there. Within the app, you can click on Community down at the bottom and then click on Messages up at the top. Then choose either Minnesota or Wisconsin supports to ask your question. Or you can just click into any break and then click the blue support button, and it will automatically open up the support chat for the location that's hosting that particular break. This lets us know exactly which account is asking the question, and it helps ensure that we can get back to you in a timely manner.
What's happening, everyone? Andrew Nags back here with Real Sports Cards, and we are live. We got 24-25 Upper Deck Engrained icons here. 10-box, pick your team. This stuff is cool. Chasing the legends. Chasing the legends. Let's see what we can find here. Just the one break left for me from yesterday. That is the drafted basketball. Drafted basketball is left. Let's get that filled up. Looks like we are down to 8 spots left. 8 spots left in that one. That's your chance to hit an absolute monster there for $79. You guys see what some of those singles are selling for from basketball. It is absolutely insane. So that's your chance. If you can't muster and can't taste buying the Mavs in a break, it's your chance at getting them for cheap. But here we go. Like I said, icons hockey. This stuff is fun. Ray Bork. There is Mark Messier going to be our first parallel. Messier out of 75. Hard to read. I apologize ahead of the time for some of these names. There is Al Secord. Blackhawks. All these guys have just such great signatures. My favorite part about this product is they do not cheat you on their ink. And we have Stefan Yell. Stefan Yell there on the signature shots. That is Avalanche. Avalanche going to Adim Patkar with his first break with us. And then Remnants out of 199, Mike Vernon. Mike Vernon there on the stick relic for the Flames. Flames going to Dun 1. Box 1. Chris Pronger out of 199. Next auto is going to be Kyle Turness. Kyle Turness for the Senators. Nelson Emerson, St. Louis Blues, and Braden Dubinsky. Brandon Dubinsky. Brandon Dubinsky there. That is Columbus Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets going to done 1. Nelson Emerson. Blues going to the Ultimate Hangover. And then Kyle Turness. Senators going to Sven with his first break with us. Him and ADM Parkar first breaks. Appreciate you guys hopping in. Looks like 7 left in basketball now. Left in basketball. All right, we got one of those carved in times. It is going to be Scott Niedermayer. Look at that, that's awesome with the old Ducks uniform. Scott Niedermayer there for the Ducks. Quack, quack, quack. Did not want to go in there. Quack, quack, quack. Ducks going to Adim. There's Jason Allison. Jason Allison, Bruins. Bruins going to Scamoody. Stefan Mate for the Sharks. And then Serge Savard on the Remnants out of 100. That is the Canadians. Sharks on this auto. Sharks going to Frodo. So I'm saying, like, they all got just great signatures. Love it. Teach the youth. Teach the youth how to sign their autos. Another carved in time here. Whenever we get the carved in time, the top couple base cards always have a little bend. Nice. Stevie Y. Steve Yzerman. Red Wings there. Red Wings going to Adim. Jamie McCown out of 49. 1 out of 49 for the Flames. Danny Mers. And then Rough Cuts. Wendell Clark out of 49. The micro feel. Does it say optimal shaft? I gotta get some more 160s, so give me a second. I don't think they don't. They definitely do not teach cursive anymore, that's for sure. Let's get that one up there. I like that card. All right, give me 1 second. I need some more, couple packs of 160s. I think I have some in the hallway. Those are 59s. $160s. I'm back. I'm back. Who's going to help me close out that basketball? We have 7 spots left. Like I said, that's your chance. That's your chance to pull a monster right there. All right. Charlie Simmer out of 75. That's Kings. We got Regine Houle for the Canadians. Gord Murphy for the Flyers. And Rough Cuts Bobby Clark out of 49. That's sweet. Bobby Clark out of 49. Legend there. Flyers going to Suro. There you go, Suro. It's a good one there. And so is the Gord Murphy. Nice one there for the Flyers as well. Flyers box. Six left. 6 left in basketball. Almost there. All right, this is, we're halfway. We got 5 boxes left. Bobby Orr, Kevin Lowe, Ron Hextall out of 199. And what do we got here? Oh, that's sweet. Saku Koivu for the Canadians. That's sweet. That's a cool one. I haven't seen those yet. We got Grant Marshall for the Stars and Glenn Wesley. Glenn Wesley there out of 49. Cuts of class. That's cool. I'm trying to figure out like part of the stick that could be. It's interesting how round it is right there. That's sweet. Hurricanes. Grant Marshall for the Stars. I like the old Stars. Stars going to... They're with the North Stars. I know that somewhere. T. Olson. There you go, Tori. But this one's cool. I like these. Saku Koivu. Mikko's brother. Canadians. Going to Suro. And then good goaltender here, Ron Hextall. All right, 4 left. We're due for a big one. Hosley. There's Brian Prop out of 199. Bill Clement, Flyers. We got Rob Ramage, Colorado Rockies. The Colorado Rockies here. That's going to Scott and Frank Melovich. Frank Melovich out of 49. Old school there for the Maple Leafs on the old hockey stick. That's cool. So much different than what they use these days. Last year's Engrained, we were chasing all the paint pen autos on the carbon fiber shafts. Now you got all the old wood sticks here. That's cool. Really cool. How different the product is from last year. Crazy how much different. All right, 3 left. 5 in basketball. 5 left in basketball. Almost there. All right, let's get a big one here. Let's get a big name. Guy Charbonneau out of 199. Stu Grimson for the Ducks. Nelson Emerson, Blues. And then Darcy Hordichuk. Darcy Hordichuk, Nashville Predators. Nashville Predators going to done one there on the signature shots. I just like these signature shots. This might be the shortest auto I've seen in the whole product right here, and it's still at least somewhat decent. All right, 2 boxes left. Teemu Selanne, Ducks out of 199. Kyle Turnus, Senators. Martin Lapointe. And then we got Steve Shutt for the Canadians. Steve Shutt, Canadians. Canadians going to Suro. I like this guy's auto. Lapointe, Red Wings. Got a really nice autograph. All right, last box. Come on, let's get a big one. Saving the biggest one for last. Brian Prop, 199. Felix Potvin, Maple Leafs. Nice. Gord Murphy, Flyers. And Mark Osborne for NHL Remnants there. We'll take a peek at that. I'm going to put the Flyers in the mint now. This is cool. Oh, it's got this. Look at that. They even got a piece of the hockey tape on that one out of 100 there for the Maple Leafs. So not as big of a case as the last one of these I did, but still some nice stuff. There's some of these autos could be actually like really good, and I just don't know. All right, recap. We got Prop, Selanne, Charbonnet, Prop, Hextall, Simmer, Pronger, and Messi out of 75. Messier. Not Messi. Iserman and Scott Niederreiter on, or Niedermeyer on the Carved in Times. Felix Potvin, Kyle Turris, Martin Lapointe, Stu Grimson, Nelson Emerson, Ron Ramage, Kyle Turnus, Grant Marshall, Regine Houle, Nelson Emerson, Dana Merzine, Stephen Mate, or Matthew, and then Jason Allison. These are cool. Remnants, Mark Osborne, Frank Maluch, Glenn Wesley, Wendell Clark, Mike Vernon, and then Serge Savard. Jamie McCown out of 49 there. Flyers. We got Saku Koivu on the auto there. On the Beehive signatures. Thought that's what that was. And then Steven Shutt, Canadians. Darcy Hordichuk, Nashville. Brandon Dubinsky, there is Blue Jackets. We got Al Secord, Blackhawks. Stephen Yell, or Stefan Yell there, Avalanche. And then in the mid, we got the Flyers. Gord Murphy, Bill Clement, Gord Murphy, and then Bobby Clark out of 49 on the rough cuts. That's a nice one there. I appreciate everyone as always. Let's get that basketball all filled up. What are we down to? 2? And we are all full on basketball, and we can run random too. All the spots are locked. Let's go ahead and run that real quick. Where's my keyboard? Very nice. Appreciate everyone as always. Go ahead and copy that. New giveaway. Switch you guys over to the desktop. Give me 1 second. Just saving the YouTube link. All right, we got Rabak down to Huskies Forever. Dice roll on this one must be 4 or higher. Going 6 rounds. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and final round 6. Rabak down to Huskies Forever. Save that. Oh, wait. Sorry, that was not the final round. We got one more. Huskies Forever. My bad. Huskies Forever down to Huskies Forever. My fault. Huskies Forever down to Huskies Forever. New giveaway. That was my fault. We had one more round. I can't count. It's early. It's early. It wouldn't have let me save it anyways because it wasn't the final round. We got Mavericks for Huskies down to Raptors for Huskies. I'll see you guys back here in just a couple minutes.